Stage one, if it's your first product in the Andrew Lessman line, it's got to be your multivitamin, best in the world.
And, well, there's nothing like it in the world. There's nothing like it in terms of its potency. There's nothing like it in terms of its purity. There's nothing like it in terms of the value and the price. There are no other one capsule daily multivitamins that I know of, leading multivitamins, that contain lutein, lycopene, and zeaxanthin. Yes. We contain all three. There's none in the world that deliver the proper form of folate. For people like me, about half the population can't metabolize ordinary folic acid.
Wow.
I'm in that population. I can't. Wow. So what you need to get is something called 5-MTHF. We'll just call it 5-MTHF. it's methyl tetrahydrofolate. You know, it's like I say things like that when I'm talking to people, and they just sort of glaze over. So I realize it's better to say 5-MTHF than 5-methyl tetrahydrofolate.
You're just showing off now.
No. But 5-MTHF, that's the form that you likely have the chemistry to be able to convert folic acid into 5-MTHF. Okay. I do not. So if I don't get that 5-MTHF, then I'm not benefiting from the importance of folic acid. So that's an ingredient that's probably $50,000 a kilogram. Wow. For 2 pounds. Wow. So you don't see it in any of the leading multivitamins. We give you 2,000 IU of vitamin D. It's a separate vitamin D product. Right there, you pay for the product just with the vitamin D. We give you 250 micrograms of the most sophisticated B12 supplement in the world. Right there, the B12 is the value of the product. So there's no other multivitamin in this time of year foundational to anything and everything we do, whether it's exercise, whether it's some health regimen of any kind. Foundational to that is making sure we get the nutrients that are sadly lacking in our diet and in our food supply. And a lot of times, I'd hate to say it's really not your fault. That even if you try to make good decisions with your diet, our food supply doesn't deliver nutrition the way it did 20 years ago, let alone 40 or 50 years ago. So a multivitamin, a multimineral, you read the science and research, it's really become compulsory. You really need to have that foundational supplement. And again, there's nothing like this. Instead of some big, colorful, hard to swallow, rock hard tablet, ours is a small, easy to swallow capsule. Once again, small capsule, I'll open it here, you'll see the ultrafine powder, and that's your assurance of two things. First, it's your assurance that it's going to be a great experience. It won't upset your stomach. And then the other thing it is sort of a common sense thing. When you put powdered sugar in a cup of coffee, it dissolves. You know, a sugar cube will sit there for a while. Imagine what a rock hard tablet, which with a multivitamin minerals, when you compress them into a little dense mass, that's a rock. And no wonder rocks upset our stomach. No wonder rocks aren't going to be well absorbed. So this is all about delivering the benefits that are part of starting the year right, getting the vitamins and minerals we need and our doctors recommend that we get.
If you're just going to take one thing a day, one vitamin a day, it obviously should be on the top of your list, Essential One. So many of us, Centrum or one a day, lots of products that we know of maybe have taken for a long time. If you start stacking those up against Andrew's multivitamin, there really is no comparison. It's unfair to compare them, even just in the form of which it comes. On the table in front of Andrew, we have a little kind of showcase of some of the usual suspects, right?
No, I was going to say it's an insult to our sensibilities as adults to think that we need to have a pretty colored vitamin tablet. But it's more than an insult on our sensibilities. I think it's kind of like an assault on our bodies. We don't need artificial colors, and they still use artificial colors. We don't need those artificial colors. We don't need those binders and fillers. That powder you see right there, that powder is 100% pure. It's just the vitamins and minerals. We add nothing else. It's a nightmare for us to manufacture it without additives, which is why no one else does it. It's why I moved my company from Santa Monica, California, to the high desert of Nevada, because that low humidity enables us to make vitamins, also makes them without any carbon footprint. Right. We have entirely solar energy, but that dry air enables us to make products without additives. So we respect your body and don't force you to get additives because you want to get some vitamins and minerals. And as I said before, no other vitamin, no other multivitamin in a single capsule, in a supermarket, pharmacy, convenience store that I've ever seen has zeaxanthin in it, lutein and lycopene as well, 5-MTHF as well, our special methyl B12 that we protect so your B12 is going to be absorbable, because typically B12 only benefits you if you're going to get an injection. Our B12 is orally absorbable, and also 2,000 IU of vitamin D. So if you just look at those as separate ingredients, you could look at 5 or 6 ingredients in this product that are like separate formulas, and it would probably cost you, just for those ingredients, say in a year's supply, would be $200 or $300 for those ingredients. And mind you, this is a year's supply. A lot of folks think, with all the high numbers I talk about in terms of B12 and vitamin D and vitamin C, that you'd have to take 3 or 4 capsules. No, it's Essential One, because it's one capsule. That is it. You get all the vitamin D, 2,000 IU, the B12, 250 micrograms, the lutein, the lycopene, the zeaxanthin, the 5-MTHF, plus all the other B-complex vitamins.
It's just, I mean, it's where I started. I take mine every single day. Maybe this new year, you're trying to get your other half to take a vitamin, a multivitamin, make it this one. If we're gonna take anything, let's get the most benefits from it. And the pricing is so affordable. If you've ever had a bad experience with a vitamin and it didn't sit well with you and it didn't sit easy on your stomach, you've got to try Andrews, because it's a whole new world.
And then even when you look, again, this is another product that's rated 4.7 stars.
Indeed.
Most people, all they do is complain about their multivitamin. You know, they take it because their doctor told them they should, or just we've done enough reading to know that what defines a nutritious diet are nutrients. What are basic nutrients? Vitamins and minerals. Everybody else forgets the carotenoids, the lutein, the lycopene, the zeaxanthin. We don't. But those vitamins and minerals are defining